Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It has been a long time. Well, at least for me, for filming and like talking to someone. I actually filmed this video maybe like a couple weeks ago, and I had like my camera all set up, and then there was just trouble with my memory cards, and it was a big hot mess, and then I'm just like, screw it. I'm gonna film on my computer, old school. I mean, I've never really filmed on my computer before, but we're going to say that's old school. I wanted to talk about, as you can see from the title, like why the hell I shaved, my head in the first place, because I've been getting a lot of comments on my vlogs of, why are you bald? Why are all of you bald? Like, why? And I also wanted to make this because people at home were still like confused, like what was the point of doing that? So here I am to explain why the heck I shaved it. It's July 14th currently, so it's about 4 months since I have shaved my head. I have gotten one haircut so far because it was getting really long over my ears, as it is right now, and it was getting long in the back. I don't know what that current situation is, but I have it. I mean, I have a lot of product in my hair because it kind of gets crazy, especially this back part. It goes ding, but it's really long. See that? Okay, now I gotta fix it. Yeah, so that is where it's at. Honest to God, like, I don't remember what it was like to have long hair. Like, what my images of long hair with long hair are like bad. They're just like, maybe it's just because the last moments I had my long hair, it was extremely hot and humid in the countries that we were at, and I just remember hair just sticking to me and my hair never looking good and it just being a hot mess. Yeah, because that would have been India and it was hot. So I just remember and it just being like stringy, and I remember my hairstyles. I'm gonna get a little sidetracked. My hairstylist once told me, like, your hair gets to a certain point where it just like stops like growing, and I think mine was at that point. So like the ends were looking nasty. I needed a good haircut, and you know what? My good haircut ended up being shaving your head. My head, shaving this contraption. Neptune's Day is pretty much, I got this from Wikipedia. It's a maritime tradition. It's when you cross the equator. And as it said on Wikipedia, is to like boost morale. And that's straight off Wikipedia. Now from Semester at Sea site, this is quoted from their student life traditions and all that. So dating back to 1926, the transition from polywog to shellback forms one of Semester at Sea's most memorable traditions. Each time the MV Explorer, we were the MV Odyssey, and I think they're changing their ship again, I'm not really sure, crosses the equator for the first time during the voyage. Festivities ensue in which pay homage to King Neptune by kissing a fish, showering in guts, and shaving their heads. So, I mean, obviously, you don't have to do this, but it's a huge community event, and it's so much fun. So let me take you to the day. And also they're like, Neptune's Day is supposed to be like a secret with all the traditions and stuff, blah, 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 blah. If you had been on Semester C or going on Semester C, of course you have watched so many Semester at Sea videos already. Like, so you know all about Neptune's Day. So basically you wake up, your stewards are all in your halls and they're all dressed up and they're all making noise. I have that. I have the vlog of it. Go watch the vlog if you want to see that. And then y'all get your bathing suits on. I was like, why do I need my bathing suit on? I don't need this. So I just put on clothes. I was like, huh? And then I regretted putting on clothes. I wish I would have just thrown on my bathing suit because I jumped in water. I didn't really jump in water. Anyways, I'll get to that point. So if you are shaving your head, this is optional. If you are a female or if you're a male with super long hair and you are shaving your head wanting to donate it, the ship does not donate your hair. They are not responsible for that. I would come to the ceremony with your hair already separated into pigtails and braided. It makes it so much easier because Specifically where we were shaving our heads, it was a very small space and a lot of people and just hair everywhere, and it's like they're trying to just like get people in and out. So if you come already prepared, that will help them out a lot. That way they can just cut and they're not separating. There was this girl, I wish she would have donated her hair. It was this, and she didn't donate it. And I cried a little bit. I cried, to be honest. So come with your hair already prepared if you are going to donate it. It helps a lot. But what I was so irritated was I went straight, there was a ceremony where King, like Neptune, blah, 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 they all talked. And then I went straight to where they were shaving heads. And they were like, no, you have to go through the whole entire process first. And I was like, what? And I was like, I can't get my hair nasty. I'm like, donate it. Because you have to swim through water. You get guts thrown on you and swim through water. I was like, dude, like, I'm donating my hair. And they're like, no, no, no. And I was like, It's like, fine. So then, stood in this long line to go swim a freaking across get guts thrown on me, swim across. So when they threw guts on me, I was like, throw it right here, avoid my hair. Do you see this? This is all being donated. And some people were jumping into the pool, and I was like, please do not jump in the pool while I'm in there. Like, I cannot get this hair wet or gross. So they threw it on my chest, and I slid into the pool and just like paddled really quick across the pool. I kissed a fish. I kissed King Neptune, which was our captain, who wasn't present but is really there. Kissed his ring and then got like knighted. And then I was like, all right, let's go shave my head. Longest line ever. So long. Go watch that vlog. Oh, I might have to go watch that vlog to relive life. And so I ended up, so that happened, and I had like literally my entire ship family around me, and when I got to do it, and they shaved my head. Also, the worst scissors ever cutting hair. They were so dull, and they hurt so bad. The razors were terrible. Like, the salon ends up having like a $5 deal after to do cleanups because I was so patchy. Everyone was patchy. But it was so much fun. Okay, so that's pretty much the day. It was like this big high, and then I was like, all right, it's a homework day. Like, I gotta get to work. I have no hair now. Get to work. Okay, so reasons why I shaved my head and cut all of it off. I had a friend who went. It's Izzy Potts, everyone, but I'm sorry, I'm not answering the phone. Sorry, Isabel. I'm currently making a video right now. I'll call you later. So I had a friend who had gone on Semester at Sea who also shaved his head. And he said, he talked to me because I want to know more about Semester at Sea and like kind of what I was expecting and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you have to shave your head. He's like, you will regret it if you do not shave your head. There were girls on the ship who didn't do it. I mean, there were some girls who did. I had a friend who shaved the side of her head. That's, you know, that, what is that hairstyle, that look. And it was super cute. Actually, two friends, yeah. Anyways, so, and he was like, you will regret it if you don't do it. So I took that into consideration. And so I pretty much knew I was shaving my head, and like my family knew, and it was kind of like a joke, but not really a joke, that I was going to shave my head. I like knew coming in. And so it was like, okay, it's like my basic reasoning. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to go on Semester C. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope one day I could sail again, maybe as a lifelong learner, maybe as a student still. I still got 2 more years. I also had a dream the other night that I did a double voyage, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I'm in this community. I can do this. I'm going to be surrounded by people that are doing it also, yada, yada, yada. And then there's my reasoning of like being a female, what it means to have hair and what it means to not have hair, and you know, hair doesn't define you, and why do we put so much emphasis on females that have, you know, amazing luscious locks, that you're much more of a female than someone with short hair or no hair. So to redefine that and to redefine my own thing, because at first I was like, oh, I could be kind of like a a spokesperson for that, and blah 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 blah. And then I thought to myself, like, no one's ever going to understand. You could preach all you want and people can sit there and listen. I mean, yes, some will take it in and be like, whoa, like that happened to like Mia. We had a thing about like a female shaving their head for Neptune's Day, and that was the setting point for Mia to make her shave her head, and she was very attached with her hair, and go Mia. And so like I was like, oh, I could be like a person like, you know, I don't have hair, look at me, blah, blah, blah. But then I kind of put it to myself, like, I kind of figure if you're not actually doing what you say or what you preach or blah, 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 you're never going to fully understand, like, what it is like to be in that position or anything. Like, yes, you can, some people will, like, take to it, but some people, like, won't until they actually, like, do it. So it's like, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my own beauty standards. Not, yes, I would love to tell like other females and just other people in general that you don't need your hair to make you feel beautiful and, you know, X, Y, Z. But like and then I change it. I'm doing this for myself. Like I don't need my hair to make me feel, I've always had extremely long hair. And I don't need that to, you know, hide myself or, you know, make myself feel good about myself. So that was my like second kind of reason. My third reason, when I filmed this video, I burst into tears, like insert shot, like crying. Being able to give my hair to someone who, hopefully I don't cry again. I am fortunate enough to have my hair and to be healthy and for my hair to continuously grow. There are people out in the world who have, you know, cancer, other diseases that unfortunately they lose their hair from. So for me to donate all of my, here it comes. For me to donate as much hair as possible. I've donated my hair twice before, and my hair was still like long. But to be able to donate all of my hair to someone who is going through something far worse, like I'd like to do that for someone. You get the point, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. I actually in my global lens class, there's about 90 or so people. It's your largest class on the ship. I never speak in that class because there's 90 other people in there. And this was after Neptune's Day, and I raised my hand and I gave my reasoning, and that was my biggest thing. It was just like, yeah, you have all these other things, but to be able to give my hair to someone who would, like, you know, to make them feel good about themselves in a time that's their body is, you know, being attacked by their own body, you know, to be able to do that, like, please have my hair, you know, I'm able to grow my hair back and everything. So that is my biggest reason that I shaved my head, is that I was able to give everything. So that was that. Let's see. Okay. So those are my reasonings. So thoughts myself. So coming up, like going into Neptune's Day, you know, you're surrounded, if you are thinking about it, you are surrounded by so many people who are doing the same thing, who understand. You're never going to get made fun of for, like, you know, not having hair, XYZ, you know. Such a safe environment to do it in. I was like on, you know, cloud 9. I was living for it. Wasn't really nervous. It's just like I wanted to get it over with. I wanted, you know, Mia, Amy, and I, you know, kept doing, oh, what do we look like with hair? Like, oh. And it's like, first of all, this is not an accurate representation of, like, putting stuff over your head or going like this. You do not know what your head looks like bald until you are fully bald. Just Just a side note out there. And so going up to it, I just wanted to get it over with. And, I remember, I think it was the academic dean's wife. She was putting on sunscreen on everyone's head after. She's like, oh my God, you don't look bad with it. And I kind of was like, struck a chord with me. I was like, excuse me? I was like, do you say that to someone right after they, cut off all their hair? I didn't like the wording. So now to that. Sometimes I get sensitive to what, I don't care what people say, but I've gotten sensitive to how insensitive people are in their wording. Now it's like, you don't really see a lot of, bald girls. Okay, for like male and female to like shave their heads, like yes, it's a big deal, but it's a much bigger deal for like a female to shave their heads because that is what society has been constructed to, that females always have like hair and stuff. Now, after shaving my head, I was just like, honestly, saw it, cried a little bit, like of happiness. I cried of happiness that I like did it and everything. And I was like, oh my God, I shaved my head. I've always talked about shaving my head since I was a kid. I've always been like threatening like my hairstylist, let's shave it. And you know what? Finally did. But I never, and then I started not understanding. Everyone was like, you're so brave. Like I finally had posted a picture once we were like in country. I posted a photo. And then just like, as time went on, people were like, you're so brave for shaving your head. You're so brave. You're so brave. Oh my God, I can't believe you did it. You're so brave. And I don't mean that like, oh my God, why are they saying that? But it's like, I was really confused at why people were saying that because I had that niche in my head of there's people out there that are losing their hair and stuff. And, oh, I'm brave for just shaving my head. Like, I couldn't quite understand that, how I was brave. Like, huh? And, I vocalized that to some people, and, like, I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, you can't, like, kind of say that to people because it's not, you don't see girls shaving their head. They don't understand and stuff. So it's like, yes, to them, you're brave and stuff. So I kind of had to understand that, but I like wish people would kind of like see my point of like, how is this brave? It's literally just hair. And also right when I shaved my hair, I did not cry once. I never regretted once why I might be mad every now and then that my hair's doing something weird, but you know what? When I had long hair, my hair was always doing something weird, so I'm always angry at my hair. But I just like never understood, like, when I finally shaved my head, I understood I have no attachment to my hair. I have no, like, oh my God, it's gone. I mean, of course I said that, like, oh my God, it's gone. But I never had any personal attachments to my hair that, like, now when I get, a haircut, well, I've never been like that to be like, oh, I got a haircut, I cry, I lose hair. Hair grows. And so I do not have an attachment to my hair. So that's why I was like, why am I brave? It's just hair. Hair grows back. Big deal. Yeah, I had long hair. And I think maybe people say, oh my God, you're brave because this is something we also talked about, is because when we arrived to South Africa, I got one time someone asked me if I had cancer. And that kind of took me off guard. Like, I was prepared for that. But I've only had that one time. And then the other times, which I've gotten multiple times, is, are you lesbian? I don't have a problem with someone, like, saying that. But it's just so interesting now. It's that I have short hair when I was bald. It's like, that's people's automatic thing is say, well, not really to say cancer. Because I've only got that once. But, I mean, people could have potentially thought that. But, oh, your sexuality is defined by what you have on top of your head. What kind of haircut you have or, like, what you look like. That's what I don't understand. You know what? Like, yes, I was probably guilty of, assuming that too. But now since I have that, I'm just like, why do we associate that stuff with with how people look, that is so dumb. People, we are in 2016. Move on. You know? I got that a couple times. I had friends saying that to me, like, oh, aren't you worried that people are gonna think you're gay? No. No, I'm not worried. And if they assume that, then awesome, they assume that. Like, does not hurt me one bit. Doesn't hurt me. So yeah, so the whole big deal about being brave and, you know, having people say like, oh, you know, are you gay? Do you have cancer? Like, that was a thing. How I felt when I cut it, I said, cut this stuff off. I was so happy I had all my entire ship family around me. I'm so happy each one of them got to either, and I had Isabel too, either they shaved or cut my head, and that's something that I will cherish forever, to have each one of them be a part. Well, not everyone was there, but I wish they were. I have a good majority of my ship family, and at Izzy Potts, follow her. Okay, how I feel now. How I feel now with my hair. I love my hair. Honestly, I get so many compliments on my hair, and I always make a joke because I'm like, yes, I am a larger woman. I always thought, oh, these haircuts, like little, I guess this is pixie now, only looks good on very petite women. And I get so many compliments. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh my God, you look so good with that haircut. I'm like, what? You think a larger woman cannot? I mean, this goes through my head. I say thank you. I say, oh, thank you very much. But I say, what? You think a larger woman cannot work a short haircut? That's my process. But no, I'm very thankful for the compliments I get. Lots of people now like notice I have colored eyes. Lots of people are like, oh my God, your eyes. And I'm like, wait, could you not see them before behind the long hair? I love my hair. I think it's fun. I'm so excited to be able to go through every single length of hair possible, and all the hairstyles. Sometimes it gets really annoying. Oh, my computer. Sometimes I have no idea what the back looks like. I made sure the front looked good right now. But like I was saying, like way before, I get these pieces back here where my calic is that just stand up. And I can't see and I don't know, and I'm just layering, you know, some freaking hairspray on it to like get it to sit. But I like it, and bedhead sucks, and I can't wait till it's out. Like, kind of like, is it? Ellen has short hair, but I think her wife kind of has long hair, where it's like long enough where it's like bedhead works for you, and I could just like wake up. But you know, I have a ways to go. But my dad always now tells me, he's like, you're the son I never had, and then touches my hair. Dad, you have 3 daughters and no sons. I'm not your son. But yeah, I kind of like laugh at myself because I'm like, oh, this is a little boy. I'm a little drummer boy. Like when I have it, like right when I get out of the shower, I make sure it's like, and then it'll stay. Oh, this is a 24-minute video. Oh, this is a long video. So if you're still watching, thanks. Okay, so thoughts of other people. When I was abroad, South Africa, well, basically, Africa was where we were at, and then after was Europe. I got a lot of people asking me. I was really confused. Are you in the army? And I was like, what are you talking about? Huh? And I finally processed it that I had a shaved head. They were thinking, oh, I was in the army. But lots of people just confuse. Lots of women in Africa have shaved heads. And so I had some cute encounters where they would look at me and then they'd point to their hair and they'd point to my hair and they'd smile. And I'd just be like, ah, yes. I went to an orphanage where I think I had a hat on. I think I filmed this. And they were braiding one girl's hair. And I walked up to them. I took off my hat and I said, could you braid my hair? And they were just like, oh my God, like, this girl has no hair. We're like, huh? It was very cute. But I got, lots of like, huh? I remember going out one night in South Africa. We were in this one bar and people just looked at me, and this woman who was very intoxicated, had the man she was with tap me, and I was like, yes. And then they pulled me over, and the woman was so intoxicated, and she's just like, oh my God, your hair, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, thank you. Thank you. And she was just so confused at why. She's like, I don't understand. And I was like, I've donated my hair. She's like, oh my God, that's amazing stuff. It's like, okay, bye. And there was another girl in that club who walked up to me who was just amazed by this right here. And she walked up to me, complimented me, and I was like, thank you very much. And she walked up to me again later on. Said, if only I were lesbian. I was like, thank you? I was like, okay, thank you. After I had to have her repeat that to me like multiple times because it was really loud in there. And I was just like, thank you. Okay, bye. I'm going to go dance with my friends again. But lots of people are just like, interesting. But yeah, so that's what other, and also I had friends who I had met people in another country who just saw me with no hair. And then I had met people when we were like in India. So I had hair. And I've been in contact with all of them. And both of them both said, so one knew me with hair and saw me without hair. And then one knew me just strictly with like no hair. They saw like, and they're like, kind of both like, oh, thank God, like your hair is growing back. One was like, oh, you look like really good, like with like makeup and like all that. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay. And I think they are just from countries that have an idea of a female and what she should look like, and that is with hair, and that is someone who is completely, you know, flawless all the time. And well, your girl ain't flawless all the time and doesn't care to be. Yeah, that's so like people abroad, like, and people here, I mean, people just dig it. And so yeah, thoughts of people at home. I think they all like it. I had one friend that just told me that he was really mad. My little cousin cried. My little 7-year-old cousin cried. I had one friend who said he was really mad that I cut my hair because he's always known me with super long hair. And then he was like, but you look really good with it. So I was like, thank you very much. But everyone loves it. I love it. Honestly, and this is my last question. This is literally a 28-minute video. It's probably going to be a 30-minute video. Would I do it again? 100% yes. I am actually planning to grow out my hair, get it to a length. I don't know if I want to rock that length for a while, live it up, but I would like to donate all of it again and shave it again. Maybe in the next summer, maybe when I graduate, I don't know, or down the line in life, but I loved rocking it bald. I was just looking at photos of me like with extremely like short hair, and it was just crazy. And so, that's pretty much the Neptune days. That's why we're bald. So if you ever freaking comment on one of my videos of why I'm bald, this is why I'm bald. I believe 20 females shaved their head. There was a bunch that did the side, and there was a ton of guys. I honestly don't know the exact amount. I am so happy to do this. I'm so happy for myself that I shaved my head. And so I hope if you come across my channel and you're a potential, I honestly, if you want to go, if you're a college student, or if you're someone who wants to be a lifelong learner, look into Semester C. It's an amazing program. It's something I think amazing to get your feet wet into traveling in other countries if you have not gone abroad. I've never gone abroad besides, Canada and Mexico, but I've never gone extensively abroad. I got my feet wet. I know exactly where I want to go and where I want to travel, and being able to, go to places that I might not be comfortable with, and, to just jump. And honestly, here's my little puppy. Hi, baby. And so that was random. So yeah, so I encourage you all to look at semester. See if you're not a student, you can look into being a lifelong learner. I will make also, if you want any information about semester at sea, I think I might just make that one because people were super confused, even at home, like how that all worked out. So I might just make a video. There's already a ton of videos, but if you are my audience and want me to make one, just let me know. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to do the typical YouTuber. Like this video, share it for me, you know, let the people know who Charlie, oh, that's my actual company, Charlie's World is. My name's Rihanna, though. Charlie's my middle name. And subscribe to my channel, and I want to continue doing like kind of travel things or whatever videos. I don't know. But this is a 31-minute video, so if you have watched it to the end, God bless. All right, love you all. Till the next video. Stay happy, stay positive. I'm trying to think of what I would always say in my vlogs. Stay happy, stay positive. Have a great morning, night, evening, anything. Thank you for watching my stuff, and always love yourself. Okay, bye.